ready? Okay. Well, we're in late summer, and my allergies have hit, so I apologize ahead of time for the way I sound. Hopefully I'll get over it real quick. Alright, one of the quickest and easiest ways that you can throw together some kind of supper is to pair a salad with just about anything. And I have to say, my children will eat salad really, really well. We run into problems with the dressing, however. I'm not real crazy about bottled dressings. I don't like the way they taste. There's an artificial quality to it, and it kind of overrides whatever you put it on. And then you've got all this stuff like, let's see, maltodextrin, xanthan gum, volatilised yeast extract, calcium disodium, EDTA, natural flavor, which who knows what that is, juice concentrate, caramel color. I don't want that in my kids. I just don't see the purpose. Because making an Italian dressing from scratch is just about the easiest thing you can do, and it takes moments. Now what I like to do is make it up ahead of time, and you can stash the mix, in your cupboard, and when you're ready, you add the oil and vinegar, and you're good to go. The taste is so much better, and this is how easy it is. Alright, so we're going to start with our spices. Oh, wrong jar. We're going to start with our spices. Okay, now, very easy. What we have is onion powder, and if your onion powder looks like that, I'm using mine anyway because I was almost out. Squish it up. Okay, you don't want the lumps. Garlic powder, and that's about a tablespoon. About a teaspoon and a half of plain white sugar. This is oregano, and I've got a nice fluffy tablespoon. I've got half a tablespoon of thyme. I've got celery seed, not celery salt, but celery seed, and that's about a teaspoon of that. And this is about a little more than a teaspoon of dried basil. Then I've got just a bit of salt and pepper. Go easy on the salt, and when you're pulling your spices, be very careful that you're not doing things like, and I've done this, if you're going to mix garlic powder, make sure it's garlic powder and not garlic salt. Because if you put garlic salt and celery salt and onion salt in there, you're going to have salt dressing. As much as I love salt, that's too much. And go easy on the salt at this stage because you've got more control over it at the very end, whenever you get ready to mix it up. Okay, so in a jar, just like this. Okay, now you can stash this, keep it in a cool, dry place. Don't put your spices over your stove. If it's real hot, they'll go bad faster. You didn't know that. And don't put them in the refrigerator either. They don't like it being that humid. So just stash it in a cool, dry place. And this is how you turn it into dressing. Okay, so I've got about 2 tablespoons of just plain water. And I've got red wine vinegar, not quite a third of a cup. And I like dressings more tart than not. So if you want to start with just, a fourth of a cup. And then olive oil, between 2/3 and 3/4 of a cup. It's not rocket science. And once you've got it mixed up, before you serve it, before you put it on your salad or your greens, you're going to taste it and adjust it for salt and pepper. And then if you want a little more vinegar, add it. Or if it's too tart, put a little more olive oil. Alright, now 2 tablespoons of your dried mix. Okay, now he's going to go in a smaller container and go in my cupboard for next time. Okay. In theory, you're going to emulsify the water and the oil and the vinegar, which is just where you kind of get them into suspension so that they will mix. Ta-da! Okay, now this is where we taste. If you can work your mason jar. It needs just a touch of salt, but that's just about perfect. Okay, so now in less than 3 minutes, I have homemade Italian dressing. It's ready to go when I am. If you have leftovers, stash it in the fridge. If you use olive oil, if it gets solid, leave it at room temperature to loosen back up. Now, instead of a regular salad, I am about to dress this up on Tennessee caviar, which is just about the most delicious bean stuff on the planet. But Italian dressing, and I'll come back in another video and show you what to put it on. If you like this video and you want more great tips, tricks, and techniques, check out the website at thrillbillygourmet.com. You can like me on Facebook under The Thrillbilly Gourmet, and you can follow me on Twitter under Jan Charles or The Thrillbilly. I'm on Pinterest now too under Jan Charles. I've also got 2 brand new podcasts, both of which you can find on iTunes. the Thrillbilly Gourmet, and the Food City Kitchen on WVLT with Chef Walter Lambert and Jan Charles. Now, make sure you subscribe, and you can ask a question, you can leave a comment, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for visiting.